Welcome students. In this video, we are going to discuss the practical on thermal conductivity of metal rod. Aim of the experiment: to determine the thermal conductivity of given metal rod. Theory: thermal conductivity is the physical property of the material denoting the ease with which a particular substance can accomplish the transmission of thermal energy by molecular motion. Thermal conductivity of material is found to depend on chemical composition of the substance or substances of which it is composed, the phase in which it exists, its crystalline structure if a solid, the temperature and pressure to which it is subjected, and whether or not it is a homogeneous material. For pure copper, thermal conductivity is 380 watt per meter Kelvin at 20 degrees Celsius. Thermal energy can be conducted in solid by free electrons and by lattice vibrations. Large number of free electrons moves about in the lattice structure of the material in good conductors. These electrons carry thermal energy from higher temperature region to lower temperature region. In a similar way, they transport electric charge. In fact, these electrons are frequently referred as electron gas. Energy may also be transferred as vibrational energy in the lattice structure of the material. In general, however, this mode of heat transfer is not as large as electron transport, and hence good electrical conductors are always good heat conductors. Examples are copper, silver, etc. However, with increase in temperature, lattice vibrations come in the way of transport by free electrons, and for most the metals, thermal conductivity decreases with increase in temperature. Description and specification of the apparatus. Apparatus consists of a metal rod which is insulated all over its surface with a thick layer of insulating material. An electric heating coil is fixed to one end of the rod while the other end protrudes into a water jacket. A number of thermocouples are fitted along the length of the rod. Thermocouples are also provided to measure the temperature inside the insulation and at water inlet and outlet. The control panel consists of digital temperature indicator with a selector switch. A voltmeter and ammeter are provided to measure the voltage and current supplied to the heater. A dimmer is provided to control the voltage supplied to heater. A measuring flask and stopwatch are used to measure the mass flow rate of the water through the cooling jacket. Specifications: length of metal rod is 300 mm, diameter of metal rod is 25 mm, number of thermocouples mounted on metal rod are 6, number of thermocouples in insulated shell are 4, heater coil, cooling jacket with diameter 90 mm, temperature indicator with multi-channel switch, thermocouple position 1 to 6 on metal bar, thermocouple position 7 to 10 on shell, thermocouple position on 11 and 12 is to measure the water inlet and outlet temperature. Procedure: start the water circulation through the water jacket. Put the heater switch on and adjust the voltage supplied to the heater coil with the help of dimmer stat. Wait until steady state is reached. Note down the readings. Precautions: keep the dimmer stat to 0 before start. Increase the voltage slowly. Keep all assembly undisturbed.
Okay, Now this is the setup for metal rod. Actually the aim of this experiment is to determine thermal conductivity of metal rod. Now students, you can see in front of you the setup. So in this, actually the setup, one metal rod which is to be coupled. Okay. So on the left hand side there is heater is provided. On the middle this metal rod is getting insulated, and the right hand side of the metal rod is inserted into water jacket. Okay. So this is the setup, all you can see. Now the rest of the things are again same: the main switch, dimmers, voltmeter, temperature indicator and ammeter. Now what I am going to do, I am going to start the setup. Now this is the procedure how to start the setup. So actually the wire is plugged into the main switch. Now we have to on main switch here. Now after main switch is on, now you can see the voltage and current are the 0 volt and 0 ampere. Now what you have to do, you have to increase the dimmer slowly. Okay. And you have to maintain certain voltage and current inside that setup. Okay. So there is no any proper reading, or there is no correct value, but you can make the voltage 40 to 60 volt, and now you have to keep this setup for steady state condition. Now after 1 hour or 2 hours, we are going to take the readings from the temperature indicator. Now regarding the water jacket, I am talking about the water jacket. All of you can see one motor is connected. Okay, this is the centrifugal pump. Actually the pump is coupled. You have to take the water from this pump, water inlet. Water is going inside the metal rod, and from this pipe the water outlet is to be there. Okay, you can see the water outlet, water inlet and water outlet. Okay, so this is the setup for your metal rod. So determination of thermal conductivity of metal rod. Basically in this setup, actually we are finding the thermal conductivity at 3 various sections. So at AA section, at BB section and at CC sections. So already we started the setup 2 hours before. So you can see now the temperature is almost constant. So setup is reached to steady state condition, means temperature does not change with respect to time. Now you can see the setup. So this is the metal rod, cylindrical metal rod which is provided. On the left hand side you can see the heater is giving, the heating is given from left hand side to right hand side. There are 12 thermocouples are to be mounted inside the setup. So I just explained how they are mounted. So T1 to T6 are mounted on the length of the metal rod. Now you can see this cylindrical one insulation. So that insulation, on that insulation the 4 thermocouples are mounted from T7 to T10, and you can see the last 2 thermocouples are mounted here. This is T11 which is water inlet, and T12 which is the water outlet. At the start of the experiment I have explained that in this particular experiment you have to supply the water from a centrifugal pump. You can see the rest of the arrangement on that side. Okay. Now the readings, how many readings and what the readings are? Basically voltage, current and temperature T1 to T12, and one more reading you have to collect which is the discharge of water. Okay, so at the end of the reading we will collect the discharge of water. Now you take down. Now we will first of all start the centrifugal pump. Now you can take down the reading. First of all, we will measure the voltage and current. You can see clearly the
Observations. Length of metal rod is 510 mm. Thermal conductivity of insulating powder is 0.4 watt per meter Kelvin. Inner radius is 50 mm. Outer radius is 100 mm. Diameter of metal rod is 25.4 mm. Voltage supplied is 64 volt. Current 0.83 ampere. Volume of water collected 500 ml. And time required to collect the water is 160 seconds. Observation table. First temperature is 123 degrees Celsius. Second thermocouple temperature is 106 degrees Celsius. Third temperature is 89 degrees Celsius. Fourth temperature is 75 degrees Celsius. Fifth position temperature is 63 degrees Celsius. Sixth position temperature is 55 degrees Celsius. Seventh position temperature is 65 degrees Celsius. Eighth position temperature is 44 degrees Celsius. Ninth position temperature is 47 degrees Celsius. 10th position temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. Water inlet temperature is 27 degrees Celsius and water outlet temperature is 28 degrees Celsius. Calculations. In this experiment, we are going to find out the thermal conductivity of the metal rod at various sections like section A, section B and section C. So to calculate the thermal conductivity, we require the heater input and the mass of water. Hence, the heater input is equals to 53.12 watt and mass of water flowing through the water jacket is equals to 3.125 kg per second. Now we are going to calculate the thermal conductivity at C section. To calculate the thermal conductivity, we are going to do the energy balance. So in energy balance, we are considering heat lost by the rod is equal to heat gain by the water. Heat lost by the rod we can calculate with the help of Fourier's law of heat conduction, and heat gain by the water we can calculate with the general formula mCp delta T. In Fourier's law of heat conduction, we required that change in temperature with respect to length value. So this dt by dx we are going to calculate with the help of slope, and the change in temperature with respect to length is equals to minus 133.33. Once we get the dt by dx value at CC section, we can calculate the thermal conductivity at C position. So after putting all the values in energy balance equation, the thermal conductivity at CC section is equals to 199.84 watt per meter degree Celsius. Similarly, we can find out the thermal conductivity of metal rod at BB section. So in this case, we are going to do the energy balance again. Hence, the heat lost at BB section is equal to heat lost by the water plus heat lost due to the insulation. So heat lost by the water and heat lost due to the insulation we can calculate with the help of Fourier's law of heat conduction. To calculate the thermal conductivity at BB position, we required the dt by dx value. This dt by dx value we can calculate with the help of. So that change in temperature value we can calculate with the help of graph. So after putting all the values in energy balance equation, we get thermal conductivity at BB section is equal to 284.86 watt per meter degree Celsius. Similarly, we can calculate the thermal conductivity at AA section also. So again we are going to do the energy balance for AA section. So after doing the energy balance, the equation is heat lost at section A is equal to heat lost at section B plus heat lost due to the insulation. So heat lost at section A and heat lost due to the insulation we can calculate with the help of Fourier's law of heat conduction. So to calculate the heat lost at section A, we require to calculate the slope of change in temperature with respect to length, and that slope we can calculate with the help of graph. Okay, so after putting all the values in energy balance equation, we get the thermal conductivity of the rod at section A is equal to 322.83 watt per meter degree Celsius. So after taking the average of thermal conductivity at all the position of metal rod, we get average thermal conductivity of metal rod is equals to 270.33 watt per meter degree Celsius. Results. Standard value of thermal conductivity of copper rod is 384 watt per meter Kelvin, and practically the thermal conductivity of copper rod is 270.33 watt per meter Kelvin. Thank you.